Hello everybody, welcome back to more Lord of the Rings Online. In this episode and the next several episodes, we are going to be completing the In Their Absence quest chain. This is a part of the game that was added with Mirkwood, so once you turn level 65, you should get a letter in your mail that begins this quest. It ties in with the mysterious relics that we have seen around the world in some of the earlier seasons, and I was kind of putting it off until the appropriate time to do this. And the time is now. So I've been hoarding this letter here in my inventory for a long time. The stained envelope. Using that has no effect. Really? Alright, so anyways, this was entrusted to Barliman Butterbur to give to a hero. So Barliman Butterbur gave me this letter. So let me speak with him. And let me increase the size here. The letter Henrik Banks showed me from his cousin Fenric is worrying, Kippen, wouldn't you say? It seems to me that troubles are increasing everywhere these days, and even the cheery common room of the Prancing Pony is not safe from these worries. I have seen hide nor hair from these rangers recently, and if you'd asked me a couple of weeks ago, I'd have been delighted. But now I'm not so sure. In their absence, the shadows seem to be lengthening and the troubles increasing. It's bad for business. You should travel to Oatbarton and see if you can help Fenric Banks. The village is in the southern reaches of Evendim, but is within the bounds of the Shire. It is one of the most northerly of the Hobbit villages. Alright, so to Oatbarton we go, and perhaps the quickest way for me to get there is to muster in Evendim. If I can actually find my... Why can I never find my muster icon that I need? My goodness, there we go. Muster and Evendim. So let me actually pull up my quest log and in their absence. We'll make that quest active finally. And let me see if I can get on a pony towards Oatbarton.
What can I do for you?
And yes, we can swift travel there. That's very nice. So if I can't use this letter, why is it still in my inventory? I guess maybe I have to turn it in. Okay, and is it this person? I think so. Fenric Banks.
Things have not been going well here in Oatbarton.
Ah, hello there, Kippen. It is a pleasure to meet you. I wish we had met under happier circumstances because things have not been going well here in Oatbarton, as you must know if you saw my letter to cousin Henrik. The Bounders have been kept busy in recent weeks, but now things are happening within the bounds. Strange relics appearing in pipeweed fields overnight, crops dying out suddenly. It's the worst that I've ever seen it. But now hobbits are disappearing. First that thing appeared in Bungle Grub's field, and not long after, Eisenbard Bulger's up and gone. Then Crystal Bulger vanished, and afterwards, Andy Boffin and Gladiola Farmer. A couple of bounders went off to the Northcotton farm, west of here and up the hill, where Gladiola Farmer was last seen. You should gather a couple of friends and go investigate. I am worried. Alright, so let's head on up there and investigate Northcotton Farms. Now, this quest chain is really fun because it involves a lot of really cool instances. And I'm gonna say it. I've been trying to keep it a secret, but many of you already know. It ends with a raid. And if you're anxious about the series coming to a standstill because I can't find a group for the raid, I'm anxious with you, but hopefully that won't be an issue. I'm just gonna do what I can for now, and we'll see what happens. Alright, so I have discovered Northcotton Farm. There's a deed to find it. So there you go. And, yep. And I got some LOTRO points. So this is an instance. Let's go ahead and head inside. So it brings up the instance panel. And now, because I don't want the series to stop for me looking for groups, I am going to bring this down all the way to level 65. That's the minimum level you have to do it at. Hopefully I can solo this. I am going to do a tier 2 though. And you know what? I'm not sorry that I'm lowering the level so much for this. I really just want to go through the instance and show you guys. And I don't want to spend days looking for a group, so I'm going to try to do it. So let's go.
Several hobbits have disappeared recently in the vicinity of the Northcotton farm. It was abandoned years ago, but something stirs within its grounds, and a faint sweet aroma wafts over the walls.
Alright, so this is the In Their Absence deeds here, and you can see that the mysterious relics we found in previous seasons are part of this, and the only one that I haven't completed yet is the one in the Troll Shaws, even though I already found it. I just haven't turned it into Elrond, but anyways, that's for a later chapter.
Something's not quite right here, and I'm glad to have your help.
Well, if it isn't Kippen. When was the last time I saw you, friend? Was it on the road through the Green Hill country? I think it was. That was a scary night, wasn't it? I'm glad we saw it through safely. So he's referring to the very first episode in this series. Oh my gosh, do you guys remember all the way back in the day? What brings you to Northcotton Farm? Something's not quite right here, and I'm glad to have your help. This is the last place that Gladiola Farmer was seen before her disappearance. We'll get to the bottom of it.
Keep your eyes open for any clues. Were these good folk hobbit-napped?
My assistant, Tulip Grubb, has gone further into the farm in search of the missing hobbits. If you do not see any sign of them, be sure to tell Tulip. Keep your eyes open for any clues. Were those good folk hobbit-napped? There's something very strange going on here in the Northcotton farm, that's for sure. Alright, so I gotta rescue some hobbits inside the Northcotton farm. And alright, 48,000 HP on these, so this may be more challenging than I was anticipating. Especially when I get to the bosses. Yeah, you know what? I'm a little bit worried. I don't know if I'll be able to handle this by myself. Oh man, I hope I can do it. I may need to use some of my little boosts here. Scroll of Power, Attack Damage, Tome of Defense. What else I got? Maybe some Finesse. Alright, it's good enough for now. Let me get rid of some of these. There are lots of poisons in this instance, so bring some poison removers and all that good stuff. I forgot all my healing gambits because I so rarely use them, but I'll probably need to use them in this instance. I don't know. We'll see. Thank you so much for saving me from this dreadful place. So, Andy Boffin. A few days ago, my friends and I smelled something delicious coming from this old farm. So we found a way into the farm and we searched for the succulent aroma. What did we find but tasty pies? After one bite, we found that they were not tasty at all. We were set unconscious. I woke up a few hours later, trapped here all alone. Could you find and save my friends? I found this key. You may use it to open the doors ahead. Alright. So let's move on ahead. Got some legendary items leveling up here. Okay, we got 137k morale. Plus 50 melee damage and all this stuff from the tier 2 stuff. Oh man, this might be a little bit of a disaster. I do need to get some healing gambits up in here. Oh man. I forgot what my shortcut is for... Let me see. Let me see, a shield and fist. Or a shield and spear. I have it on my C7. Okay, alright, I got this. Nobody panic, we're gonna be alright. I don't know, I'm actually pretty worried. I'm pretty worried. I don't know if I can solo this. I might have to bring in some help, who knows. Alright. Yeah, I really need to practice my healing gambits. I never use them, so I'm so out of practice. I need to, like, write them down and have a little cheat sheet next to me. Oh, and I got another guy here to kind of ruin my day. Yeah, like a safeguard. Alright. Yeah, I am fairly concerned. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I'll do here. I'm just gonna keep trying and see how far I get. Restoration, that's a good one. Although, I'm still losing a ton of HP. Let me see, make sure there's nothing here. No, looks like we're doing okay. More spiders. My HP is still recovering, so I'm gonna wait a little bit until it does recover. Maybe if my gear was a little bit more up to date, if I actually had level 82 gear, we might be doing a little better. Oh, come on. So bad. Used a power potion instead of an HP potion. That's not what I want. Large doors are locked tight and will require the correct key to open. So we're gonna keep going. Is that a dead hobbit? That can't be good. It is. Doesn't look like my character is too concerned though. Alright, so here's the first boss. Oh my god. 612,000 HP with this huge tier 2 bonus. 100% morale, 75% damage. This may be bad, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna try. I do know some of the mechanics of this fight. Number one, every once in a while, this boss will drop a green cloud that is poisonous, obviously. And you don't want to stand in the poison. Not at all. So move out of the cloud, and then every once in a while, he'll lay an egg. And you want to destroy the egg immediately. Did I really say he will lay an egg? She will lay an egg. And You want to destroy those immediately or else they'll hatch into little spiders. She'll eat the spiders and recuperate her health. We don't want that. Alright. And let me actually... I want to start early with the healing gambits. Oh, see, there's a little egg. Absolutely destroy it immediately. Nope. Oh, it already hatched. Which actually, for me, it may be a good thing. Because I recuperate some HP whenever I... Oh my god, this is not gonna work. This is not gonna work. I am going to die. Unless I kite the boss this whole time. But that would take forever. Do I really want to do that? I don't know if I do. Plus it's got ranged attacks. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to solo this instance. Oh my gosh. I am gonna have to find some help. Ah, just as I feared. Maybe if I knew how to play Blue Line, I'd be okay. Alright, so unfortunately, we did have to do this on Tier 1. It's like 3 in the morning, so there was nobody on to help me. Except this burglar, and we could not do it on Tier 2. So, I am not going to stress out too much about it. I just want to be able to get this done. I may have even been able to solo this on Tier 1. Let me move the spider away from that green cloud. He doesn't care, dude. He's just going to, like, stand in that green cloud and not care. I don't know why. I am trying to move it. That way he has to chase it out of the green cloud. Alright, so that thing is dead. Nice, alright. Let's just kill the egg here. Alright. Looks like it hatched. What a disaster. That green cloud is still active. That's alright. We're gonna open up the chest here. Oh, and looks like... Oh, we got a little hobbit here. Let's see what she's saying. My goodness, you are quite brave indeed. Thank you for saving me. My heroes, while falling prey to that dreadful pie, I heard a raspy voice talking some of the goblins. He said something about having something special in store for the Shire. Goblins then began to drag in a horrible cauldron and raise it above the well. Mercy me. They must be stopped. Here's the key I found. I believe it opens a large door along the way. Please hurry. This guy's like in a super rush though. He's not going to stop for me to read the text, not at all. So I'm going to have to try and keep up. All right. Really? Got stunned? So, interestingly, we get a quest item. You have gathered a perfect cut of boar meat, which brings to mind the tale of woe you overheard from the band. Poor Par Chopley has left all he has known and struck forth in the world and finding himself in Evendim in Osforod. The sad little hobbit has been searching high and low for a little piece of boar to remind him of home. Perhaps he should travel north to Osforod and seek out this hobbit. He may appreciate this prize of boar meat. So you may remember back in the Evendim season, there was a quest that a hobbit wanted boar meat. And basically you would take the quest and a timer of 30 minutes would start. And after 30 minutes, it would say that there's absolutely no boars in Evendim. And that's how you completed the quest. But now we can actually give him some boar meat. So that's going to be fun. So there is a hobbit up there in that tree. Alright. Oh goodness, thank you for vanquishing those horrible wolves. After falling victim to one of those most dreadful pies, I awoke in the muddy boar's swallow. Luckily, these beasts were otherwise occupied with the goblins while I scurried up this tree. Sadly, I have been here for some time, and I am ever so hungry. I will wait up here until you brave folks go dispatch those scary goblins. Oh, here's the key I found. May it be useful. May it be of some use. Okay, great. So now we can continue ahead. And we do want to continue with this part of the quest here. Kippen, you saved the hobbits.
The evil creature that has caused this.
I did not believe I could free myself, but I was able to stealthily speak with each of the ones that came before you for their rescue, and the stories they whispered to me were very familiar. Crystal Bulger up in that tree spoke of a delicious smell that drew them from the farm, and Gladiolo said something similar. Andy Boffin said the smell began deliciously, but turned so foul when he started eating that it knocked him out with the power of the stench. I held my nose shut with one hand, and I thought my eyes watered furiously. I investigated the main farmhouse. There's an evil-looking creature back there, Kippen, and I think he may be the one who's brewing something of a terrible poison. I think he has been using it to lure hobbits into this trap. And Isambard Bulger is still missing. That creature must still have him captive. He muttered to himself almost constantly. It seems like his name is Thadur, and his poison is called Darkthorn. You must stop this evil creature, Kippen, and your friends. You just have to.
This Thadur seems to be a pretty serious customer.
He seems to be a terrible creature, Kippen, and he has a band of goblins doing his bidding. He seems to have given them vials of Darkthorn poison, so it will be no easy task for you to make your way into the rear of the farm. Go through these doors and follow the path to Thadur, and good luck. It's up to you, Kippen. Teach these ghastly fellows a lesson. Oh my gosh, I had to leave my guy there all alone because I was reading quests. Probably hates me. That's okay. I want to make sure I got my quests. I want to read it for you guys. It's important. It's what I'm here for. Sorry that I have to rush through it, though. That's no fun. So he's pretty tough, 87,000 HP even on just tier 1, so I really don't think I could have soloed this on tier 2, not at all. Even on tier 1 it's questionable if I'd be able to. So we'll keep heading on. Let me do some Spear of Virtues on this guy. Just add on the DPS. Okay, excellent. And moving on. So here is Thatter.
My uninvited guests, you shall now perish for your insolence.
So he too is going to drop poisonous clouds that you do not want to be stepping in. And also, he will call out our names. And if you don't bunch up, like when he says divided you will fall, if you don't bunch up, somebody's going to take a tremendous amount of damage. Oh, and that attack. I forgot about that one. I will not be defeated before my plan is complete. Darkthorn will spare none. Alright, so I guess I was able to defeat him. That's nice. Thatter has managed to escape. Alright, so I'm going to wait for my little friend here before we move on. Oh, while he's running over here, let me do this. I'm going to go to my... where's my collections thing? Am I going crazy? Collections, there you go. Alright. And I want to go to emotes, and I want to go to slap, and I want to drag that, I guess, over here, because we're going to be needing to use the slap emote for the next boss. So for the next boss, I guess I'm not going to be doing the challenge because this is not tier 2, but for the challenge, you can't extinguish the flame beneath the cauldron. In that fight, there's going to be some hungry hobbits that are going to try to eat the poison pies, and you have to slap them away. That's how I was putting my slap to a hotkey. Sounds of bubbling in the smell, baked. Oh, he took a different path to it. Okay. Alright, here we go. Yep, sorry. He took a different path to it. Yeah, this is from the beginning, but that other fight, you know, it goes from the start. I'm gonna tell him that we gotta slap hobbits. So let's go ahead and start. Basically, there is an option to put out this flame, but we don't necessarily want to do that. Alright, let's go.
Welcome, my friends. I bid you witness the poisoning of all those wretched halflings.
So the boss is actually this cauldron. So he is slapping. Golly, that does a ton of damage if you just stand in it, but... Alright, I'm gonna have to, like, figure out...
Boy, I hope you enjoy its bounty.
Oh yeah, if you got the eye, you drop poison clouds, that's right. Let me
Sweet smells
slap
of
that hobbit.
pies called.
Why can't I slap her? Too far away.
The cauldron boils.
I guess it worked, they just didn't make the sound. Yeah, see, now I have to, like, run around while I have that eye. Yeah, that way I'm not standing in poison. There we go. So yeah, you can put the cauldron out with that, but I'm not gonna do it just for the sake of not doing it. Just gonna put some AoEs on it, and then relax, Hobbit. You can't eat it. I'm gonna go through the poison clouds. Let me drop an AoE on it. Man, these poison clouds are just like killing me over here. But thankfully my damage over time is doing some good work on that cauldron. There you go. Put more AoE on it. Run away from the...
time is running out. My virulent brew is almost ready.
Oh yeah, forgot there's a time limit to this too.
Those pies smell delicious.
I forgot there is a time limit. I think I got about 2 minutes. There we go. Cauldron destroyed.
You have destroyed my
And now you have to
cauldron,
fight
but you
Thatter,
shall still feel my wrath.
which is not good, especially with this eye on me.
Shadow and
There we go.
plague,
Nice.
all have returned. Many will die at Tirith.
Well, this guy was useless, but I appreciated his company. I guess I could have soloed this on tier 1.
That Thardur fellow won't be bothering us anymore.
Good job, Kippen. You have rescued Isambard. And that Thatter fellow won't be bothering us anymore. I do wonder about his last words, though. What did he mean by Battle Shadow and Plague returning? And where is Tirith Don Furdoth? I've never heard of it and can barely even say it. You and I both, brother.
Ronald Dwale may know the meaning of Tirith Don Furdoth.
I get the impression that this Thatter was an ancient fellow, which means that the mystery of his final words may be ancient as well. It could be that Tirith Don Dar Furdoth is an old name for a place that goes by a new name. In fact, I'm almost certain this is the case. If so, then you're just not very far from solving this mystery, because a hobbit lives nearby who just loves history and makeup of old words. If anyone knows what Tirith Don Fardwath describes, it'll be Ronald Dwale. He's an expert at languages and words. Ronald lives in the northeast of Oatbarton, just outside the village of Dwalling. If you would solve this mystery of words, you should talk to him at once. So this fellow, Ronald Dwale, is actually a reference to J.R.R. Tokien, who himself was an expert of languages. So kind of fun and interesting. I think I mentioned that at some point in my playthrough. Alright, so we got all that. And so, can I actually leave through here? Very good. I am going to leave the fellowship. And let me go, well, let me put these quests here in the tracker. And where am I? Alright, all the way near Dwalling, so I can probably take a pony over there. That'll probably be easiest. And then I'm going to turn in that boar quest too, before we wrap up here.
Hello there.
So first, let me head to Dwalling. swift travel up there. Yeah, I forgot, but that last fight, you know, if you have that eye above you, you're dropping poison cloud all over the place. And it seemed excessive on me because I was the only one in the fellowship, but ideally it's distributed between the 3 members of your fellowship. Yes, you have a philological question for me? Wonderful, wonderful. It is my favorite study of all, the study of words. Ronald Dwale listens eagerly as you recount the final threatening words of Thadur the Ravager. By the way, Thadur is one of the bosses from the Great Barrow, all the way back in the Breland season. Ah, very interesting, yes. Tirith Dun Fardwath. A bit on the easy side, but it does have a few points of note. Tirith is guard, and Dun gives us against. So this is the location that guards against something, some threat. But what threat? Words, as you have certainly observed by now, sometimes behave differently together than they do apart. And such is the case here. Fordwath is a construction composed of 2 words joined for the purpose of linguistics. In this case, Forn, northern, and Duath, shadow. You are looking for a place once known as guard against the northern shadow, and I think I know the place. It is not called that anymore, of course, and in my studies I have learned that it was also once called Orod Elon, the mountain of the stars and stones. But now it is called Stoneheight, and it is on the North Downs, northeast of Amon-Raith. A road leads north of a deserted farmhouse, climbing up to the heights. Okay, so now we have to go to Stoneheight, which is going to be the next instance in the North Downs. But before I do that, let's go ahead and turn in this quest all the way in Osforod. So let me go back to the stable. I can't believe we're finally going to give that hobbit some boar meat.
Good day.
That is really exciting. I don't know if you guys remember that quest from Even Them. That seems like so long ago, but hopefully you do. Okay. Where is our little hobbit friend? He's right ahead.
How do you do?
Oh me, oh my. What do you have here? Could that possibly be a little cut of boar meat found within the confines of Evendom? Thank you so much. I will go and cook it at once. Very nice. Alright guys, so I do hope you enjoyed this episode. Sorry for the little bumps along the road while I couldn't solo the tier 2 content. But I do hope you enjoyed nonetheless. And I will see you in Stoneheight for the next episode.